Hello, this is our presentation for the SCI method, the Self-Efficacy and Accountability Intervention method. Starting off with the background and rationale, we have across colleges in America, physical activity among students are put on the back burner to accommodate the demanding life of schoolwork and responsibilities. 40 to 50% of students do not engage in some form of the recommended physical activity or dietary practices. Self-efficacy and accountability intervention method allows participants to maintain steady physical activity rather than a checklist completion method. For our guiding theoretical model, we have chosen the trans-theoretical model. The trans-theoretical model best suits our program and evaluation method as it focuses on self-assessment, first action, maintenance, and allows habits to be built and reinforced. Some of our goals and objectives here is have participants maintain 6 weeks of physical activity, with our objectives being 1, engage in physical activity once for 15 minutes, engage in physical activity twice a week for 15 minutes, and then engage in physical activity twice a week for 30 minutes. Our target population for our intervention program centers college students ages 18 to 24. College students may reduce the importance of health in regard of completing a task. Some college students do not have access to gym or recreation centers as time interference and cost are the main issues. Our funding for our program is going to be mostly volunteer work, as we will have a coach, intervention manager for initial assessment, our Benathi Presidential Scholarship, and the Bill Kane Undergraduate Scholarship. The participants are also volunteers of interested students ages 18 to 24. Our intervention strategy for our program will be individual focused. This program will track progress and maintenance using pedometers and wearable electronics such as Fitbit, Apple Watch, etc. Our program is social based using accountability and support. This program allows students to self-assess and measure their own progress, which can build habits allowing the students to have physical activity embedded into their routine. Our program can take place at campuses across America, while also accommodating for students remote. Some strengths for this setting is accessibility, as students will be able to be close to surrounding class and engagements. Remote interventions will be available for students as well. Some limitations can be time differences or management and availability, etc. For our timeline, we start off with the pilot test, which is a small group consisting of 3 people. Once that is successful, we go down to the SMART goal setting and coach interaction with initial assessment. Then we do our first step action of week 1, where after that we record and maintain for the next 2 weeks. The second step action week 3 will be our second objective, record, maintain, and consistently do for another 3 weeks. This third step action is week 6, which will follow a final assessment and review.
Some unexpected consequences could be getting injured, having impaired immune function, and increased mental health sensitivity. Some barriers that may be faced are mental blockages and a lack of motivation. Mental blockages can be overcome through creating SMART goals and visualization techniques. Having a lack of motivation can be overcome by setting attainable goals and surrounding yourself with people and an environment that motivates you. Our plan for program implementation is to use certain marketing strategies like emails, infographic, post boards, and social forums, recruitment techniques such as flexibility and volunteer work, and the community partner we chose was YMCA Houston. We learned that there's many students who use the YMCA to participate in physical activity. And from the interviewed individual, we learned that students tend to have a preference between continuing their physical activity at recreation centers versus at public gyms or public parks. And we took this information into account when we collected our intervention data. For our evaluation, the process we used was we asked students to answer free response questions and rating scale questions, and then we logged their activity time. And the impact of this is students are actively engaged in their preferred choice of physical activity, and this increases their chance of continuing due to their enjoyment. and this also increases their focus and readiness. And then the outcome we got from this was 8 out of 15 participants continued their activity for longer than 6 weeks, and they will continue to do so for the foreseeable future.
What we've concluded for our implications is that information-based interventions are useful, but social-based intervention can instill action into an individual. What we recommend for researchers is to consider the barriers and limitations for students. Policymakers is an inclusion of a variety of chosen physical activities and consider different settings of physical activities. For our practitioners, we also recommend that allowing self-assessment over the course of an intervention. And these are our resources. Thank you.